As late spring stretches into summer, numerous magnificent blooms emerge to prominently display themselves. Though many forest ephemerals have already wrapped up their April and May shifts, along the waterways of the Northeast, a whole new volley of flowers are just beginning to emerge. Among them is the northern blue flag, or northern blue iris, Iris versicolor. Standing tall and exhibiting a dazzling blue and gold display, Iris versicolor is a treasured and fascinating component of New England's wetlands. Occupying swamps, pond shores, and wetland margins, Iris versicolor is a water-loving plant. Native to much of the Northeast, including the Canadian Maritimes, it can be found as far south as Virginia. To the west, it's largely absent from the prairies, but found around the Great Lakes north into Canada. Though this species has been introduced to numerous other localities, including areas of Europe. Iris versicolor shares its habitat with numerous other fascinating wetland species. Just a few feet away, Nymphaea odorata, the white water lily, has begun its prolific summer bloom. Pontederia cordata, pickerel weed, shares a similar magnificent blue and purple color with the iris, and also blooms along wetland margins. Behind us, Lysomachia quadrifolia, the world loosestrife, has bloomed, and numerous plants in the blueberry family Ericaceae enjoy this habitat. But right now, we'll give preference to Rhododendron viscosum, blooming prolifically in the mid-story. Iris is the namesake genus of the iris family, Iridaceae. Though we have 3 or 4 native iris species here in New England, depending on the taxonomic scheme used, Iris versicolor is actually most closely related to an invasive species of iris, the yellow iris, Iris pseudacaris. This is surprising, given the fact that 2 other native species, Iris prismatica and Iris hookeri, much more closely resemble Iris versicolor. It is worth note, however, that these species typically occur in habitats quite different than Iris versicolor, occupying coastal marshes and rocky headlands respectively. Irises are not the sole genus in their family to be found in New England either. Several species of the striking blue-eyed grasses, Sincyrhynchium species, can also be found in New England. Irises possess specialized floral morphology. Belonging to the subgenus Limneris, Iris versicolor is considered a beardless iris, meaning the sepals are hairless. Irises have special terminology for their floral parts. The sepals, seen here, are referred to as falls, a monocot. Irises possess 3 of them. Irises also possess 3 petals, smaller than the sepals in this species and referred to as standards. Hanging over each fall is a large modified style. Under each style, a stamen can be found. Irises are typically specialized for their pollinators' respective sizes. A pollinator is guided by the fall towards the nectar at the base of it. On the way, it deposits pollen from the previous plant on a thin, linear stigma as it slides under the style. Eventually, after reaching the nectary, pollen is deposited on its back as it backs out. The stigma is angled in such a way that upon retraction, as little pollen as possible is lost as the pollinator heads off to the next plant. Underneath the flowers are 3 carpelled fruits, the ovaries of which are inferior. The leaves of plants in the iris family are referred to as being ensiform, meaning short-shaped. Long and overlapping, leaves such as these are highly characteristic of the iris family. Iris versicolor had its uses as a medicinal plant amongst Native Americans, but does bear the largely disused common name poison flag, so it's best appreciated as an ornamental plant. Widely cultivated, it can be put to good use adorning a water-inundated yard. I hope you enjoyed this video. Irises are fascinating and somewhat limited in form factor here in the Northeast. Across the Atlantic, in Africa and the Middle East, they take on an astounding array of forms and habitats. But we should still take time to appreciate our own native species. I hope you take the opportunity to do so next time they're in season. Thank you, and have a great day.